Hello guys, and welcome back to an episode of Feed the Beast. So I have not done a ton since the last recording, since that recording was earlier yesterday. I had this ender chest and I made a matching ender pouch, and I found out there's a weird mechanic with this where you can open it and it actually opens the chest physically, which is kind of cool. But I've been doing some research since the last episode, and I actually found out about Steam from the Railcraft mod, and it seems really cool. It's basically Steam can be used as both an energy source for an industrial craft steam turbine, as well as buildcraft steam engines, and you can actually get an 8 Michael Jacksons per tick engine, so you can pump steam into that, and compared to a combustion engine which outputs 3, that is crazy. So I'm thinking I want to do some stuff with Railcraft today. I know I was supposed to be doing the hub. I might work on that, but I don't know. We'll see how that all goes. I might just rig up something small for now, and we'll continue working on it later. But anyway, so I'm thinking we might do some stuff with Railcraft, and also there's another mod called Steve's Carts that I'd like to take a look at today. God, and I also want to work on forestry, but there's so many things to do. So I think what we're going to do firstly is, for now, we have a book, I believe, in this chest called Flat Meadow. And we're going to throw this up on the wall here. And Flat Meadow is where we are going to start our steam operation. My plan is to just have one area specifically for steam, since it's so versatile. And maybe we'll make that like the main base and pump other stuff in there as needed. But that'll maybe be our main power source. Not too sure on that. Anyway, I'm going to get some stuff ready for that, and I'll be back with you when I'm ready to go on that. You know what? After thinking about it, I have decided that I don't really want to use my Flat Meadow world for this purpose. I think I could have another book that would fit the plan for this much better, because I'm thinking I'm going to put my solar systems in the Flat Meadow. So I want to get my feathers if I can find them. Accidentally stashed them, I guess. Come on, there we go. Feather. So we're going to create a descriptive book, and I'm going to show you guys how I make my dimensions really quick. Okay guys, so I have found our location. Unfortunately, it's not exactly the safest place on the planet. So we need to clear this place out somehow and light it up before we can really set up base here. So I just wanted to show you guys the area really quick, if I can actually get around without dying. So we are in an extreme jungle, and I found all these little like nooks under big hills, which are really cool in my opinion. Over there's also one, so there's room for some expansion out here. And over in this direction, I went with standard terrain generation, so no skylands or cave world, it's just regular. The world also includes, over there's some extreme hills, and I added some alpine also, which there's a small bit of over this way, but that's not too important. We're mainly just going to live in this jungle area, but I wanted to add some variety to the terrain at least. So I am going to go ahead and get some torches and things of that sort, and we're going to light this whole place up, because I don't like mobs. Mobs are bad. So yeah, I will see you when I do that. Okay guys, so I have lit up this area pretty well. I'm thinking for this base, I might try to keep it a little bit natural. Like, kind of keep things out in the open, more so than actually building, like, houses. Like, just kind of around these areas under these nooks have integrated stuff. like right on this wall, I want to put my blast furnaces here. And I think putting everything kind of just naturally spread around will be good for my plans for how I'm going to build it all. And I think it'll also be a nice challenge to kind of hide all the wiring within the natural terrain generation. So I think that'll be kind of cool. So we're going to put a blast furnace here. I'm going to need to go back and get my coke oven brick. I don't know what I did with it. But we are going to build a blast furnace. If you don't know how to do this, it is a 3x4 rectangle. Or not a rectangle, whatever the 3D rectangle is. Rectangular prism. So you build a 3x4 and you get this. One thing I actually want to test, if I put... Okay, that does break it. So I guess I do have to space them one, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I'll find some kind of divider for it, I guess. Maybe I'll use some of those, what are they, the smooth stone slabs, but the ones that don't have a line in the middle, because I can get those in this, and they're pretty cool. So maybe we'll try some of them with that, who knows. And also the other reason I like the space idea is because it doesn't really require me to do a lot of fancy, pretty stuff, which I don't really care about in this mod too much. Oh, looks like we are going to need to get... Oh, come on. 2 more blast furnace brick to make another furnace. So that is unfortunate, but that's how it's going to be, I guess. So I'm going to go grab that stuff, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, so I set up... Here, let me get out of hover mode. I set up these blast furnaces up here, and I had some reinforced glass lying around. So I figured I'd make a little lava light here. Probably don't need this torch, actually. But I figured I'd make a little lava light here. It looks meh. I don't really like the reinforced glass texture because it doesn't line up, and that kind of annoys me. I mean, I understand that it's an even texture, but I think they could do a little better than that. That's just annoying that it doesn't line up correctly. I think this might end up being something else. I don't know what else to make it, but I don't want it to be smooth stone. I can already tell I'm not a fan of that. But whatever, that can be changed in time. Down here, oh, crap. This area is not lit enough yet. Oh, come on! I hadn't... It's garbage. I had my nano saber on, and for some reason it didn't work. Frickin' creepers. So, yeah, I've got 2 coke ovens here that are working to make me some coal coke, which is for those blast furnaces up there, because I'm going to need quite a bit of steel for the steam engines. Or not the... Well, no, for the steam boilers. You'll see how it all works when I actually go about making the thing. So I'm just gonna wait for a bunch of coal coke to generate here and to get a bunch of steel, and once I have all the steel I need and everything, we will start working on the actual steam power. So I will see you when that happens. Okay guys, so I have gotten all my resources here. I'll just run through really quick how I got everything. These are high pressure boilers. If we look that up, you can see the recipe here. 2 steel plates, and a steel plate is 8 for 9 steel in a rolling machine. And we made 36 of those. And then over here we have firebox. I'm using solid fuel for mine. And that is these bricks with a fire charge in the center and a furnace below that. So now we can actually build our steam boiler here. This is the highest tier of steam boiler there is. Well, I don't know, maybe the liquid fueled and the solid fueled are both equally effective for making steam. It's just that you need more steam, or you need more solid fuel than you do liquid. So I don't know, I might also make a set of liquid fueled and use that temporarily since I have all this creosote oil to get rid of. But we're just going to build the multi-block structure here. It's that firebox layer and then 4 high all the way down with these tanks. So let's just go ahead and complete one layer here, and then we should end up with 36 of these tanks here. Yep. So we have our steam boiler here, and we need to get some fuel for this. Let's start with some cold coke and see how that goes, because we'll definitely get more out of that than we will out of our regular coke. Oh man, crap! I completely forgot that I have to supply this with water. That could have been bad. These things have the ability to violently explode if you don't supply them with any water. So, yeah, we need to pump water. I don't know, we could pump it from this lake over here. Nah, I think I'll make it its own water source. So, let's make a couple buckets here. Need a crafting table. Alright. 2 buckets. And we're going to load them up. Ah, God. Come on. There we go. 2 buckets. And now we can make ourselves an infinite source. I think there are no caves in this world or something based on the amount of mobs I've been seeing in like any dark spot. Alright, so let's see. I am not in charge of helping you. Alright, so let's go down a couple here. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, apparently he's going to play Call of Duty or something. Fine by me. Oh, nope, he's back, damn it. So we need to make a water source here, and then I'm going to have to go get some waterproof piping really quick and a pump. So actually we should probably go a little bit lower with this water source. Gonna dig it down, say 2 more. And that should, let's see, how big do we need this? 5 by 5. So it's 5 wide, needs to go back 1 more. Or actually, no, we want to, you know, I'm just gonna build this water source and go get some pipe, and I'll show you how we're pumping it in, and from there we'll move on. Okay, so we're back down here. Let's put a couple lights in here so you can see a little bit better. Alright, so this is going to be very simple. We just need to take a waterproof pipe in the bottom here, and it connects up. And take this pump. As for how we made the pump, it is a tank and a mining well. A tank is just a glass, and a mining well is like this: iron pick, iron gear, all that stuff. If you want to go any deeper into that, just do it yourself. It's not that hard. So we got the pump here, and now we want to take engines to power this thing. You can see it's dropping its little straw so it can start sucking out water, but it's not going to take any water out until we give it some power. So we need 4 redstone engines here, or at least that's what I'm going to use. You could use anything, but redstone engines work just fine for this, so I don't see why you wouldn't use them. And we should start to see water pumping out of here into the machine now. Let's just wait. Oh, I didn't place that one right. It does take a little bit to get started up, but it should be fine. So let's just let that pump for a while. We'll leave it open. Oh, you can see some water coming out, and we're starting to get filled up here. So we can go ahead and bury that as soon as we kill this skeleton. And this creeper, apparently. This area still isn't perfectly lit, so gotta be watching out. And yeah, again, I think it's just the caves thing. I don't know if there's any way to really, I don't think you can really generate a world that has good caves. Is this not pumping out much? I worry that this is not going to be enough if I continue with this amount. It's not, it's like it's freezing every time. It's only pumping out like 1,000 every so often. Here, let's just give it a test run with a little bit of fuel and see what happens here. If not, we can upgrade to some other kind of engine, like a solar-powered electric engine or something. Alright, so we can't really test it, but, let's just take this coal coke. I don't want a violent explosion, preferably. Violent explosion would not be ideal, so I guess we can upgrade these engines to something else. Yeah, but I don't want to make them solar powered, I guess, because that would be bad. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do for that, so I suppose I'll just leave them for now and hope that it works. If not, we can probably get some conductive pipes going or something and double the amount of engines that we're using, and that might help. But alright, for now we'll just go with this. Let's throw in some coal coke and let it start heating up. And it's going to take quite a while and consume a lot of fuel to do this, but the main focus of this episode is going to be steam. So I'm going to wait, make sure this thing doesn't blow up in my face. If it does, I'll be sure to tell you that it blew up in my face. And I'll probably hang around this area, light it up a little bit better. And I'll be back when this steam engine and everything is usable. Okay guys, so we are back over at the base right now, and the reason for that is because we are doing some stuff that requires power. And we have a pretty stable power source here. Until we get the steam up, we'll probably be doing a lot of the machinery stuff over here. So you can see I just made a sturdy casing. It was 8 bronze there. And this is going to go in the middle of this thing here. Chest, gold, glass. And we're going to make a thermionic fabricator. A thermionic fabricator is specifically a item that can be used to make these electron tubes that are used for a lot of recipes in this. So what we're going to do now is take some redstone and some of our gold here, and we're going to make some electron tubes, if I remember correctly. Let's double check this. For a moistener, I believe it was. Or no, we were making a farm. Yeah, we need to make a farm. Just a regular farm. This is for wheat. And that needs bronze electron tubes. So to make bronze electron tubes, you can see we need to make some electron tubes from bronze and redstone. And we need liquid glass in here. Not quite sure how to get the liquid glass, but I'm sure that's pretty self-explanatory. So we're going to make some stuff here really quick. Get some copper. And we're going to make some bronze. Put this in the thermionic fabricator, and we need to put a lever on this here so we can power it. So let's make our bronze electron tube shape. And there we go. So how can we... I believe we have to put glass in this. I'm not quite sure how this is meant to work. Something seems to be happening, so it must just be fueled off of glass. So let's go over here really quick and see if we can get some cobble. Or no, we actually have sand already. That'll work. So let's take some sand and put it in our induction furnace so we have more glass. And you can see this is starting to heat up here. I'm not sure what's going to happen when it hits this arrow, but I'm sure we will find that out. Okay, so it appears that the molten glass is needed for the... Yeah, there we go. So we got some electron tubes now. And this thing is loaded up with liquid glass. Oh, it doesn't need much glass, really. So let's just put our glass in here, and not sure what this is for. I'll just leave the glass there, though. So we got our electron tubes. So now we need to make a small circuit board and another sturdy casing. And for this, we need a carpenter. I was anticipating that. So a carpenter is going to be a sturdy casing, 6 bronze, and 2 glass. So we need to make more bronze. We still need some more copper. Nope, we don't have any over there. Come on, please tell me I have copper. I know I have dust, but I don't feel like cooking it if I don't have to. Alright, looks like we're cooking the dust. So let's just let that go really quick. Is there anything else we need to make in the meanwhile? Alright, so let's just go ahead and make our sturdy casing. Again, 8 bronze. I think we need a lot of these for this mod. And we get a sturdy casing. So now there's quite a bit of copper here. We can turn that into more bronze. And now we can make it. So we need glass. Where is our... Oh yeah, it's in here. That's right. So 2 glass, 6 bronze, and a sturdy casing. And we have a carpenter. So I'm assuming a carpenter is also powered by electric energy. So I'm just going to pop this out. I think we might have just lost it. No, we didn't. Alright, so I believe this needs power like this. I don't really know how to power it. And we can just load this with water buckets for now. I don't think we even need the water, but it's nice to have it. So now, what do we need with this carpenter exactly? We needed a circuit board. Yeah, we needed a small circuit board, which is 6 redstone and some tin. 6 redstone and tin. It's not placing any recipe in there. Why is it? Alright, I have no clue how to use this. I will be back. Okay, so apparently you have to left click and it makes like these ghost items. So I'm not quite sure how that's meant to work exactly. Oh, I see. You build it and then you put it down here. That makes sense. So we're going to make one of these and then we're going to take this out so it doesn't make more. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that system. That makes it nice and easy for auto crafting and things of that sort. So now I believe we have everything to make our farm. Let's see, do we need glass still? Let's just take half the glass out of here. We don't need it. So a farm is going to be like this. Oh, we need a sturdy casing again. Didn't notice that. Good thing we have plenty of tin and bronze. So let's make another sturdy casing. Throwing this down here for glass. And question. That's a nice little feature there, so you don't have to keep looking back and forth. And we have our farm. So that is the first step. Now we need to get this thing actually functioning. And I believe it uses buildcraft energy. I'm not quite sure on that. But this is definitely going to go over at the other site. So I'm going to go over there and try to figure out how to use this thing a little bit. Once I have a good idea of how to operate it, I'll be back.